We're talking Tigers and Co. They're playing pretty good right now. They lost their first series. I know we talked about this last week. I think when we had the show Sunday, they were taking on the Twins, which they ended up losing that last game of the series. Mm-hmm. Came back, beat the Brewers 9-1 the next day, and then dropped the next two. But the Tigers came back yesterday and beat the Royals 6-1. What are your thoughts?
Tigers better beat all the bad teams they can beat.
Yeah.
Twins, Royals. They need to beat all the bad teams. They need to take those series like they did the White Sox, because the Royals are just like – the Royals are – everybody's in the race now because it's still early. But watching the Brewers series, the Tigers need to win all the series, all the teams that are not good teams. Because down the stretch, when they start playing good teams, and the games all matter, but as it gets warmer, it's going to be tough, man. I'm wishy-washy with them.
Yeah. Well, Brewers, they're second place right now in the National League Central. So, they're a team that, we talked about it on Sunday.
Yeah.
A lot of players we've never heard of before. Mm-hmm. They're a young team.
Yeah.
But the Tigers, it's still a tight division.
It is.
Guardians are a game and a half out. And if I'm not mistaken, we don't get the Guardians until I think, what do we say? Was it
late
May? May, early June? So
I think so. Twins are done.
Yeah.
Twins are 5
they're
out.
7-12 right now.
Yeah, they're done.
The White Sox 4-14. But hey, the Tigers are 11-8. And they're 6-1 home. Does the away record of 5-7 kind of, scare you a little bit?
Yeah, the Tigers are one of those teams that home field advantage that they really have. There's something about playing in Comerica. It's like they play better baseball. They play more intense. To me, everybody contributes when they're at home.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like on the road, they got to pick that up on the road because it'll be June before you know it.
It will.
The race is going to get heavy. Some of these players, I'm looking at these averages. Dip, 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 dip. I'm starting to see it, and it's starting to make me think, will the Tigers be able to win the Central? Will they be able to win the Central? Yeah, they got to pick up. They got to pick up on the road. They got to play better on the road.
Well, speaking of stats right now, Riley Green is batting a measly .233.
He had one hit out of 32 at bats over a 9-game. He
struck out 30 times already this year.
Listen, man.
Now, on the flip side, though, Torkelson has struck out 25 times, but he's hitting .286. Yeah. And he's got 6 home runs on the year.
Yeah.
Both of those two have batted 70-plus times. Kerry Carpenter, he's batting .295. He's got 5 home runs. McKinstry is actually the guy that's got the best on-base percentage right now at .282. But I think the difference with Torkelson, even though he's got 25 strikeouts right now, I think the biggest thing for me is he's got 10 walks. So he's actually, faring a lot better than he was last year.
He's seeing the ball.
I don't see he's not chasing pitches.
Yeah, he's seeing the ball. He's seeing the ball better, which is good. Which is good for him. And he needs to hit 280. He really does. Like, he needs to hit 280, man. Like, he needs to keep knocking in RBIs. And he has to stay mentally prepared. Like, I think he's on a different mental thing. And, cause he is, like I said, the Tigers only have 2 stars, Skubal and the coach. No Torres, no Green, no Carpenter. I don't care what you say about Carpenter. They don't have any stars, man. Like, and the Riley Green stuff, like, this was supposed to be the next guy is supposed to hit 300, close to 300. Out of 32 at bats, you have 1 hit. That ain't going, and you're an everyday player. That's not going to hold up.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's just early season jitters?
No, I don't think it's early season jitters. I think it can't be. Look at what they did in the postseason last year. I don't think they're afraid. The Tigers aren't afraid of anybody. My thing that I've always been saying is that we rush to put superstar or star title on folks that are just average players. Riley Green is just an average ball player. If you listen, man, when Pete Rose came up to bat, you know he was going to hit.
Sure.
His years said that. None of these players have that history to make me believe that they're going to hit 285, hit 300, continue to hit 30 home runs. None of the players do.
Riley Green had 156 strikeouts last year. He's already at 30. That doesn't. When you think about it, I mean, we're pretty much into the first.
It's not even May.
Yeah, and he played 137 games last year. He batted .262, but it's not even May. He's already got 30. What do you think is going to have to happen? Do you think it's more of? I can't see them throwing him down into AAA. I can't see that happening. So he's going to have to probably work it out.
It's going to be a mental roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's going to be a mental roller coaster because didn't this guy go to the All-Star game?
Yeah.
And the bad thing about baseball, is, okay, so we're watching Torque. He's changed, obviously, something. Maybe he's got contacts. Maybe I don't know what it is, but he's changed something. Sure. He prepped himself, in the off-season spring training. But at the end of the day, here's the thing with baseball. You don't really change. And when I say that, Torque and these guys have been playing baseball like all of their lives. So their habits, even though you try to break them, they're still with you because that's the player you are. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So it's hard to break that. So Riley Green is going to go through a struggle at the plate. He's struggling at the plate. He was hitting 201. Now he's at 202 because I think he had 3 hits the other day. But it's going to be a mental thing with these guys because, again, I don't think that their history hasn't proven. I'm not going by this thing that they did last year. Their history as players, as baseball players, has not been proven. The only proven person over there is Scooble and the coach. Torres is not even proven. Torres is just a C+, C average. Glaber. Ibanez, he's down. Everybody's dipping and dipping and dipping because I've always said about the team that they're not really good. They're no, like I said, there's no superstars on the team. There's no stars. And they need that. They need at least one cagey old superstar veteran to come in and teach Torque some more. And you know what I mean? Like they thought it was going to be Baez. It's not. It's not him. He doesn't have that in him. He's not that type of guy. You know what I mean?
I think to give credit to who you call the star, AJ Hinch, which I would agree with you. He's a great manager. Mm-hmm. I think for me, I think I like what he's doing with the club right now. I mean, Javi, they have him at third. They've had him at short. And I think he's played the outfield a little bit this year. Mm-hmm. But to me, he's putting these players in situations that they can win.
Yep.
And Baez right now is hitting 289. Mm-hmm. And, he struck out 10 times. There's not any players on this team. They're all in double digits in strikeouts. Yeah. Believe it or not, I mean, as bad as Colt Keith has been at the plate, hitting 185, he struck out 6 times, but he's also drew 13 walks. So, we've talked about this before. I think Colt Keith might need to go back down to AAA and just kind of get his confidence back, maybe.
Yeah, he's not good. And Meadows isn't going to save him. Cleveland's going to win. Cleveland's going to win the Central. You know why? Because they have better players. They have better, just like they did last year.
Well, they definitely have more power.
They have more power. Tigers, you better hope. Hopefully you can get 30 out of Torque. They don't have any power. See, I thought, and forget the Bregman stuff, whatever. I thought they were going to trying to couple this team, at least a couple of guys. You know what I mean? I thought they were going to try to get a couple more bats. They need some more help. And you just said Hinch can only do so much.
Right.
He can only do so much with what he's got. So I kind of GM this. Blame everybody, wants to say it was Harrison. He did a, okay job, and the team is, well, they made him look good last year with the run that they had. I thought this year they were going to come in and at least sign something. See, that's the thing. You got to be able to do that, even though you have a good young nucleus. You need a cagey guy who takes on the leadership role, someone other than Skubal, a hitter who's been there before. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Someone still kind of not so far off his prime, but in it. That's what the Tigers need. They need maybe just one bat. I don't even think they need two, because they play with each other's back. They got each other's back.
Sure.
They like each other. The clubhouse, they like each other. But Hinch can only do so much, man. You just got to hope that pitching just, goes out and just rocks